Black noting that he had a forced placement with one of the Black overseers. And we're going to get there in just a second. And yes. And I've got to do something with lighting in here because I'll tell you what, that 720 camera on a MacBook is pathetic. Maybe there's, no, that's really, really bad. God, I feel like we're in 1992 again. This is crazy. So yeah, guys, so Kevin is just going to join me shortly because guess what? Kevin's got a family. He's got things to do, which is exactly how LCB wants things to shape up with people in this situation, is that they're too busy to really monitor cases like this and press on. But, you know, we work together. It's a little bit better. I might have had a hero earlier and touched the screen. It might have happened. So, yeah, guys. So tonight, we're going to do a quick screen share in a little bit. Gus. And so, yes, indeed. Tick you up on that. Yes. So we're going to talk about my opening statement in this completely unlikely event that it actually goes to a criminal proceeding in terms of this stalking order that was obtained by Paula Sardinez. We're going to discuss the subpoena that's going out tomorrow to Black Excellence in Cannabis Peter Manning. And we're going to discuss a demand that we have of Governor Inslee, Jay Garza, and Dave Postman, the director, to look, you have to do an investigation now based on the things that Aaron Barfield said. There's not really, it's not like there's you can't disagree with that notion at this point. You know, if you're going to trumpet Peter Manning in front of you, you know, if you're going to trumpet him in front of you, then you have no reason to discredit what Aaron Barfield says. You understand? This is basic logic, right? Right. So, yeah, that's kind of what's going on, and they know what's going on. And the other thing is to know that this fashionable banana ice, which matches my tahini. Everybody says tahini, it's tahini. Just like Kuntash is really Kuntach, it's different. I have a repository of worthless information and some legal skills too. And a pretty big pair of motorcycles. Si, senor.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
What's going on?
You know what's going on, man. I just gave the audience the quick rundown in terms of what we're going to address right now. Three things. You have a subpoena going out tomorrow to Peter Manning, Black Excellence. You know, we've all seen the video where he made representations as to the quality of information he had about the cops in collusion with LCB. So he should be willing to share that 18 months after he said it. Makes sense to you?
Makes a lot of sense.
Great, but somehow or another, things seem kind of cloudy about that. Let's take a quick minute here. You made a comment in response to an email I sent out this morning. You made a comment about something about why there's no publicity over the fact that they settled their case and that this is in the equity era. Why wasn't this celebrated? Do you want to talk about that for a quick minute? I know you're busy. We'll let you go in about 5 minutes, but you want to talk about that?
I mean, it's said. I said it as clear as day. I mean, that should be something that would be celebrated by the Black community. A huge win for social equity. A huge win for up and coming Black folks that had nothing to do with cannabis who want to have a license. It would be a huge win for the whole community, but for some reason it's being kept quiet.
Yeah, and he told you. Now Peter Manning told you, well, I don't want to put words in your mouth. Tell me what he told you about the sale.
He said they sold it for over $2 million to a Chinese group. Right.
So see, and there you go. You know, it's not going back to the community then, really. Then that's fucked up too. So because Libby wants to run hers. Libby told me she wants to run hers. If she gets two, she might sell one, but she's gonna run hers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Generational wealth.
Exactly, man. Exactly. As a matter of fact, I just on the way home from Fred Meyer Grocery, I just saw that the new Khalifa is up and running. They had customers in it already.
Yeah, yeah, just like that. No problem for them to get licenses, and they go right on ahead. The word you used in the email was there's just slow walking you.
Slow walking, man.
Slow walking
Slow
you down.
walking. Well, guys, we can't do it this year because we're having technical difficulties, and maybe COVID did it. And
Yeah.
our dog ate the machine that print the licenses, so we can only have a few licenses. You have the printing press. You can press whatever you want to press. Why does
No. Wait, no. The last excuse was, this is one Mike Aside put up. Last excuse was that the LCB had them ready, but the Social Equity Task Force held it up. Okay. But
Yeah.
but behind all of that, we're going to get to the nugget of truth here, which really gets down to the next phase. Okay, so we talked a little bit about the subpoena going out. I'm going to do my opening statement for you right quick to the jury, and then we're going to talk about the demand we have for an investigation based on what was said by Peter Manning. I'm sorry, by Aaron Barfield about the situation with Jim Buchanan being a forced partner. And I think that's pretty important. So, as a matter of fact, let's do a quick screen share. I'll show the folks those messages, right? And they'll do like a quick opening statement. Then we'll get your comment on the demand, and then I'll finish up the demand when you go. Sound good?
Sounds perfect.
Okay, terrific, great. Man, I got mad skills doing this stuff. I mean, people know it. They just don't. Do you think major networks are going to hire me? Hell no. They're like, man, we can't have that guy. Hell no. Hell no. This is never going to work that way. And so I recognize what I have to do to kind of, get things done. So anyway, okay, let's go to my share. All right. And I'm going to show you guys this. Okay. On my page, let's get it open. And scroll down a bit. There's that Beck. I posted a Beck live concert. He's just so dope. So this is where I tried to get, guys, you can see where I tried to, I don't need that part right there. Can I close out of that? Okay, good. All right, so here, this is where I posted some information that I didn't want to post, but it happened. So first we're going to start with, that's the screen from where I'm still looking. And I checked this evening too. That's the case I have. It's a civil case 08804. And the case is not available at this time. That's the e-filing system right there. So I can't get it. All right. I've asked the lawyers twice. These guys right here. Here's some free pub for you guys. No such thing as bad publicity. Martin Davis Law, PLLC. I asked them 2 times now for this, just like I asked them before, as to whether or not they would accept service of process. Well, they will now because they've already started a case and they've saved me money because my counterclaim costs less, and I don't have to pay for a server now. But anyway, they also, this is the same game that Peter Manning pulled when we wrote and asked him, hey, will you accept service of this subpoena, or do we have to get a process server? He just ignored us like we mean nothing, even though I used to work with the guy. The guy. You're both pioneers. Anyway, so let me show the lawyers. Let's keep this moving on. I know you're busy. So that's David Otto. That's him. He's the head cheese. All right. And here's Ben York. Here's the understudy, the associate. His page did not load. There it is. All right. There it is, Ben. All right. Look forward to seeing y'all in court, guys. All right. And so we all know going into this, of course, we had this Cairo 7 story about Paula Sardina's lobbying company, right? Remember that? Do this for a quick second. I'm going to play you guys the very end of this.
To a group that has helped raise money for people who have abused animals.
Yeah, Jesse Jones tells us the links go all the way to the Netflix documentary Tiger King.
Yeah, we're going to do a little bit of this. Hold on.
For years, Puppyland charged its customers a $10 to $15 fee called the Pet Industry Defense Fund.
So this is a fee that goes back into protecting our industry and advocating for our industry.
Why should consumers pay this?
It's optional for them. They don't have to pay it, but it's just part of our company concept that we want to give back to the bigger picture.
But that picture includes giving money to places like the Cavalry Group. The Missouri-based group says it's a member-based company made up of animal owners, animal-related businesses, and corporate concerns. We have joined together to fight the radical animal rights agenda legally and legislatively nationwide.
There doesn't seem to be any form of animal cruelty that the Calvary Group finds objectionable.
Lisa Wathen, the manager of captive wildlife protection for the Humane Society of the United States, says it's ironic that Puppyland would support the cavalry group.
It doesn't surprise me at all, but anyone who gave money to Puppyland should be appalled that any of their money is going for that purpose. And of course, they don't know.
The fee ended in February after we started asking questions. The customers say when it was being charged, it was never presented to them as optional.
So I heard about Puppyland.
Puppyland customers like Millie Hill, who spent $5,500 for a puppy, had no idea where that fee was going to. No one said anything to you about it.
I never even heard of it.
It's a lot of money.
Jennifer Hayden spent $5,000 on a
We love
puppy
her.
and says the fee was not optional.
They said it was optional. Did they tell you anything about it?
Absolutely not. No, anything optional, I'd have removed from that contract, anything.
Let's get to Paula.
Just to get the cost down.
The Cavalry Group's CEO says it's helped Virginia roadside 2 years for Wilson until this last month.
Oh, this is good too. Wait, guys, I'm sorry.
The group handled media for free for more than 2 years for Wilson until he played no contest last month to 27 counts of misdemeanor animal cruelty. The Cavalry Group also set up a GoFundMe campaign with all of the funds going to Wilson's attorneys.
Animal Welfare Act.
Not surprising to Watney, who visited Wilson's Park and took these photos.
Animals who don't get proper kind of natural and
Doc
Get to the
documentary,
lobbyist now.
the Big Cat Public Safety
take away from that.
Statement. The company tells Cavalry Group business at Lance Pet, and part of the fee went to pay
That-
Go.
So does this go to your lobbyist?
Yes, it goes to our lobbyists.
Yep. Part of the fee went to pay FMS Global Strategies. According to state records, Puppyland is paying the lobbying group $10,000 a month. It is working to fight pet sale bans in Pierce County and Renton.
You can't even. So listen to the end.
What you find
There we go.
Fee is gone for good.
The fee is gone.
Jesse, still stunning what you find when you follow the money. Thank you so much for looking into that. And if
All right, I had to do that, guys, because some of you might not have seen this. But again, that's Paula Sardina's folks. And the issues we're raising deal with her lobbying efforts with other people who have been called unsavory. And here's the proof. And we'll move this along. The proof is right here, folks. We had that. And then I will show you just this part of it, okay? This one here is the first one from Aaron Barfield, which again, guys, I didn't want to produce it, but they put me in this position. For the record, Jim Buchanan is not my partner by choice since I discovered his true nature in 2017. Worst partner I've ever had. I believe he and his associates have tried to sabotage everything I have tried to do in regulated cannabis for myself, my family, and our people. Our other partner, Dr. Rafael Rodriguez, says Jim stole 1.1 mil from him. He has already gotten judgments against him for over 400K. All right, so let's take that as true for now, because honestly, if I believe anybody, I believe Aaron over those guys. And then there's more. Okay. A forensic audit showed that he had taken over 300K from Emerald Haze illegally. Then he threw me under the bus to distract from his wrongdoing. He and Ollie Garrett have had a relationship for years. As a medical provider, I used to meet him at her condo in Kirkland. Very good at getting people to like him, but when the toxicity eventually comes out. And listen, he told me that he and Ollie were dating forever. I don't care about that unless you have this type of favoritism and the fact that you're accused of being a thief. You know what I'm saying? I don't care who you're fucking. Let's not even get that stupid talk. Good God. I mean, I'm a slut, dude. Why would I give a shit about who's fucking? It's all right. Then he says, he was telling me he loved me like a son while he was stabbing me in the back. Not anyone people should follow. Boom. So where it goes from that now, let's just flow right into my oral argument. Okay, the opening statement. And let's present that. Stop the screen share. You'll love this. And then we'll talk about our demands and I'll let you go. Okay, because they're not questions, they're demands. They work for us, and anyway, we'll get there. So, all right, let's tabula rasa. I'm walking in. Monday morning, it's time for jury. Okay. ladies and no, you can't. I don't say it no more. It's got to be yes, people of the jury. You're gonna hear a lot of arguments about what a dangerous person I am and all the things I've done to threaten someone and to repeatedly attack them somehow online. Well, I'm gonna put the hat back on, which I can't wear in trial. But anyway, and I'm gonna ask you this: when you look at me right now, on a scale of 1 to 10, what do I resemble? So let's assume 10 is over here, or from your left to right, if most of you don't go that way, 10's over here. And if here is about a 5'9", 5'10" guy, somewhat well-dressed, articulate, speaks the King's English pretty good, educated journalist, professionally trained journalist, filmmaker. If you see that person in front of you, then I'm going to ask you to give that a 10. Now, let's go over here on this side. If you see a ham sandwich in front of you, ham sandwich, the kind you eat sometimes at truck stops, or if you make a ham sandwich at home, or sometimes people put Spam and, a ham sandwich, all right? If you see one of those standing in front of you, then give that a 1, okay? Now, after trial, you're going to get instructed by the court. His honor or her honor is going to tell you a number of things about what you need to do in terms of making your decision as to whether or not I've threatened this woman, okay? Or in some way overstep my boundaries as a member of the Fourth Estate. At that point, when you come back deliberating, I submit to you, you're going to look at me and you're still going to see the same guy you saw just now. I won't look to be a ham sandwich to you. We can go out, eat one, and have a beer when we're done. See you then. Just some shit like that, dude. Because I seriously, I am going to use the ham sandwich argument. Yeah. What'd you think?
I like it.
Yeah, you're not sold on it. You're not sold on it. Yeah. There was one of them. Yeah, I like it. There's like when you get ready to break up with somebody. How are we doing? You're like, yeah, I like you. No one.
Don't hold it against me. I'm holding my eyelids open though. So I go out early, bro. I crash with the kids. Man. I crash with the kids. I'm really with it, man.
Yeah, I know. I'm playing with you, dude. I am. We're like brothers, man. So anyway, we're gonna close up now in just a couple of minutes. Tell us now.
Tofurkey ham, vegan ham for me though.
Okay. Yeah, I've had those. Yes. Let's close out then. I'm gonna pour myself a glass of wine, and because that's what I do all day. Anyway, I'm gonna pour myself a glass of wine, and then you're gonna start talking about our demands for an investigation based on what we just heard.
Yeah, man. Where are the lawyers, man? Where are the NAACP and our friends at the ACLU and all these other people that are supposed to be supporting us, that claim they work for the people and that claim they represent the community and their community leaders? The community seems to be the people that they're protecting at the cannabis board. They're talking about their own little community, sort of like not long ago, Joe Biden. I don't know if you saw this one, Chris, but Biden said, when we look here, man, when we say the people, we the people, we mean we the government. Remember that shit?
I do remember that, dude. I do remember that.
When they say the black community, maybe they mean their community over there at the cannabis board. The couple of tokens that they have overthrowing and raping and ravaging the people of all of our resources that we had, and trying to like trickle a crumb here and a crumb there to somebody that looks like us, that'll be their their little footstool and take on unwanted business partners and shut up when you're told to shut up, and go tell this person to lie or do that and do this. Rabbit hole, man.
Man, look, like I said, it's just like we were, in the slave days, slinking around the back corner of the plantation, trying to get the last bit of sunlight so we can learn how to read and shit. It's pathetic. And everybody knows it. And well, there's a certain lawyer that's reviewing this. We'll talk about that later, but yeah,
Yeah.
and they know too. They know too. Yeah.
No, they know.
Mhm.
How can Garza and Inslee, not even counting Postman, Postman, let's not even count him.
Well,
But
no.
Garza,
No. Time to fuck out, dude. Remember, Postman and I had a chat. Remember, we're gonna lens our relationship through the fact that we're both fourth estate brothers. Remember that? So he's included, and he's new blood, right? He's part of the revolution that was being trumpeted so hard by Peter Manning. These are new people. It's all new. It's all new. It's all new. Remember that? Yeah, that's like saying the Chevy Monza was all new when it was really a reconstituted Vega. Remember that shit?
Yeah, Cadillac Cimarron.
Well, same deal, right? Yeah, it's all new. Yeah, right. It's all new. So
exactly.
Anyway, yeah, that's what it is. It's lipstick on a pig.
You're right. We got to stop giving new people that are running the same old system that screwed everybody over and that violated every law, human rights, Constitution, everything you want to throw in there. I gotta stop trying to give these folks, the new people, a pass, because new people, same old system, same old filth, same lies.
And that's just it. And so right. And so the demand that we're talking about, folks, I'm gonna write it up tonight, and the demand we're talking about, folks, is that Garza and Postman, since he wants to be the new guy on the block, Garza, Postman, and Jay Inslee. Listen, here's our demand. We're not asking you, we're telling you. You need to convene a serious investigation into the truth or falsity of the allegations that I just read. Okay, that's simple. So here's how it goes. It's a simple tree. If you find that the allegations are true, and we're not talking subjective things, you can, number one, it's true or false. If there was litigation and there's been a judgment against him or arbitration, that's a true or false thing. You can verify that. You must verify it because our taxpayer dollars are going to you guys that you're using in programs with these guys. Jim Buchanan is the one who basically gave you the matrix you're using for this whole new system of the lottery. That's a fact. If I misstated anything, let me know. So that's what's going on there. So if it was false, then let's follow me here. It's not that complex, Your Honor. If it's false, then why is it false? Is it false because there was a misunderstanding? Or was it false because there was an intentional misrepresentation from the doctor to Aaron? Or was there misunderstanding? That's where the tree gets branched out here. We have to find out what happened there, okay? But under no circumstances are you guys, again, Governor Inslee, Garza, and Postman, under no circumstances are you to ignore this question. I got you. Get to work. Chop, chop. Anyway, go ahead, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's not let's not leave out good old Jim Buchanan, because from a very reputable source that's part of one of these alphabet black cannabis organizations, told me face to face, man to man, that Jim Buchanan, we haven't heard from him because he sailed off into the sunset because he got some kind of kickback for his involvement in this whole scam, and that's why he was on the front of all these newspapers and shit like that. And that the NAACP, he's not sure, but the NAACP might have also got a cut too, out of the community reinvestment program.
Yeah, there's something there because it's like nobody, and the media's all bought off too. That's why we got to have our podcast. Levi's on top of it. I think we're gonna get started filming and running audio this week. But where was I just now? God, there's so much going. What the point you just hit on?
Oh, you said there's maybe something there with Buchanan and the NAACP getting some back in.
The payoffs, because nobody's talking about the fact it's like it's completely acceptable now for them to completely ignore your complaint. How is that? They're just like, nah, nigga, we're not hearing from you, nigga. Fuck you, nigga. And now they're upset because we're like, no, fuck you, niggas. I'm having a nigga moment, my nigga. Shit. Golly. Golly.
Hey, man.
Man. You know what I'm gonna do now? I'm gonna let you ride out, man. I'm gonna put that Chappelle skit on, man. I'm going there. Hang on. I'm gonna leave you out with that, bro. Let's do it.
We're the niggers. Niggers.
There we go. It's coming right up.
Holy,
whoa!
Hey, I got a pump.
Hold on. Oh man. Oh my.
Hey, I got Altoids because my throat. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's one of the funniest. I'd say about every 3 months I watch that shit and I just roll out, man.
Hey, to everybody watching, the niggers were funny. Dave Chappelle was funny, but and that's a good laugh. But the affidavits are real, and they ain't funny. And we got more truth coming out, more hard evidence coming out. And we saved the good shit for last, and we ain't finished we got a lot of material that's like gonna show up in the court real soon.
Yeah, we haven't even unleashed yet. You know, it's like, well, that sheriff at Dirty Mary, Crazy Larry, Peter Fonda had his 4 whatever he had here. I don't know. Peter Fonda might have, I don't know what he had 4. I don't know what he had in his car, but he's in that Charger, and the sheriff is behind him. He talking about, look, I got a 440 with a 6-pack, and my top end is unlimited.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. But you know what? Right now, they're freaking out over what they just saw today and the fact that we went there. I mean, like, and they can't be happy with that. I mean, I get to present that evidence in front of a jury as to why I'm doing what I'm doing. And then for the Cairo piece to pop up that we had missed, by the way, just so you guys know, that Cairo piece was from April 28th. So that's like a month and 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. So, wow.
One quick question before we close.
Yeah.
There's hundreds of people on these email chains. Is there anybody else that accuse you of harassing them?
Nope.
Anybody got a restraining order?
Nope. Nobody.
Try to get a order?
Nobody. There's one other chick. She tried, but she was gaming me. I went at her too. She was a plant. She was gaming me. Her email address that she told me to get off from was not the email address that I signed on to her with. She's from the 30th district. She tried to corner me on some kind of stalking shit too. She tried, and I blasted her ass. And I remember Mr. Pink was telling me, "Oh man, let her off the chain. Just let her off the chain, man. Let her off the chain." And I was like, "Dude, I would have, but I'm not sure what her fucking address is." It's the same thing as those lawyers not giving me the complaint that they used to get the restraining order. They're all full of shit, man. Anyway, I'm running on a computer. I got to charge it up, and I need to run an errand and stuff. So listen, hit me as soon as you get up in the morning, and we'll discuss getting that subpoena sent out to Manning. Peace. Rock on, brother.
Yeah, you too, bro.
You know it. Rock out with your mind out. And end.